Welcome on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. This is Simeon from PraiseTracks.com, and I just want to welcome everybody today. It's been a beautiful day. Got a low pressure system coming in, but it's given way to the sun. I'm going to go ahead and start this MIDI recorder just so we can capture. I've been trying to do this a lot. I've been trying to go ahead and try to capture a lot of the playing and stuff that I do, because I never know what I'm going to. Let me just get these adjusted a little bit better. I never know what I'm going to play necessarily. Sometimes, sometimes I go in with a couple of songs maybe, but in general, I just let the instrument take me where it needs to go. But I'm so glad to see everybody. Let's just see who's coming here. Kisaka, it's good to see you, and Nima, it's always good to see you, and Jeremy. It is great to see everybody. And for those of you who have just joining us for the first time, this is Simeon Ambergy with PraiseTracks.com. What I like to say, the home of the joyful sound. Psalm 89:15 is really like one of my life verses that I love to use. Blessed are the people who know the joyful sound. And that has been my desire, to be able to bring joyful sounds and to help others find their joyful sound. So I am playing an instrument library that I've reviewed before. And this is the Ascend from Heavyocity. And I've reviewed this a little bit before. It's been about a year. I think actually October of 2019 maybe is when I first had it. And I think I've made like 3 videos on it, but I thought it would be a good idea to come and revisit it today, because Heavyocity is right in the beginnings of their annual summer sale. And where this particular library now is, I think you can get it for around $74 on the Heavyocity site. And of course, the links are going to be down in the description below. But, and then also, so the other videos and stuff that I've done, we're not going to necessarily go through a complete overview and walk through. We're just going to kind of do a refresher and just kind of play through some of the things and enjoy this library again. And, after we're done today, I encourage you to go back and look at those other Ascend videos, because some of them I go into a little more detail. But I thought while we were live, if you had any questions that you'd like to ask, I could just see if I could answer those. But this is it. This is Ascend from Heavyocity. And it's sort of kind of like their answer to, it kind of came out around the same time, a little bit after Noir came out. And while Noir is a Yamaha CFX, and it is got a pure and a felted version, the Ascend is based on a Steinway D. And it has all kinds of different preparations on it. Hey, Halvard, good to see you. Good to see you guys. And it's really sounding nice. And what I've got now, I've just got the basic Concert D preset pulled up. And I'm also just always trying to work on levels and that kind of thing. So I hope everything's sounding good for you. Now, it's just... and the Steinway has a different tonal character to it altogether. It's a little warmer, where Yamahas tend to be a little bright sometimes, especially in the upper end. You've got that signature bite on, especially like the C7s. But the Steinways, listen to that, it's nice and warm. The thing about this, Nima, when you're, Garritan, I think the thing is the Garritan CFX really sets itself in kind of like a class sort of by itself. And so again, the CFX has got that brighter sound, and they've approached it a little differently with the Garritan. So the Garritan, I think, is more of a purist type of piano, especially, and it was recorded in the Abbey Road as well. But Ascend has got more of that studio type sound. Aloha, aloha. And I'm just kind of staying on this basic concert D just for a little bit. And the thing about Ascend is, here again, it's heavyocity. So heavyocity will take this Steinway D and absolutely put its fingerprint on it and put its DNA into it. And so this is just the beginning. This is just the just the first level, so to speak. Yeah, just straight out of the box, the Steinway. I mean, I think we've got like about 12 velocity layers with this, and man, you know, I think it's just another color. It's another color, because listen to this. If you have noir, you kind of know what that sounds like. But this is just a different tone. It's a different color. It's warmer. It's a little more intimate. It's a little closer and drier. Just for the basic piano. But you know what? You don't necessarily get this library for just a basic piano sound. And I'm going to show you why. Because you see this, you've got 3 different sound sources here. And I'm going to go ahead and pull down, okay, so let's look at some more of the core concert Ds first, and then we'll go into some of the other things. They've got the basic concert D, and they've got a soft. So you've got these mixes here. So if you look over there in this corner, this is where this main sound source that we're looking at. You drop this down, and you have a whole set of parameters that you can control. And and then when you click on that parameter, it says PPP mix. So that's the softest mix. You've got all of these different pianos here. You've got a full mix, full mic mix, the close mics, the room mics, underneath mix, the soft mix, the close mic, the room, and under. Okay, so the keys could be louder. Yeah, I'm seeing that I'm kind of coming in at around 15, minus 15. So let me just bump this up some more. Let's just take this up a little bit more. Yeah, so you guys are my eyes and ears out there. Yeah, this is I turned it up, and it's the softest mix, so I turned it up so we can hear it. Now, what I'm going to do too, I'm going to turn my headphones down a little bit so I can send you guys some more. And that is my right-hand person there. Yeah, this is the soft mix. It's very cinematic. I just think it's got a real cool sound. Okay, and so while we're here at these mixes, let's just look at the close mix, and we'll just drop that down. So you've got the close mics. See, isn't that nice? So that's the close mic. And then the room. So you see how that instantly kind of put that out in the room a little bit. And then you can blend those together. So let's see, I don't think there is any reverb. Yeah, okay, yeah, we do have a hall. We do have a hall. So that is just without the reverb, and you can hear the room. Let me show you the magic of these. Let me show you these. So let's go back. Let's go to the, okay, let's do this. PPP close, and then we'll turn this one on. PPP room. And then this one, we'll select PPP under. And yeah, so you've got 3 zones here. And so let's just close these back. Okay, we've got these. Okay, we're going to turn that on. Yeah, there we go. We're going to turn these on and load up those samples there. So now what we can do, we can take this, this zone and mix it. You know, Sizzle, I wish I could. I've not, you know, I've not heard that. I've not heard that theme, so that I'm gonna have to check that out. So that's the under mic. Now let's watch what happens. I'm gonna record this. You can record and animate this. So watch what happens. So you see that counter is going to, yeah. Okay, now it's moving around a little bit. So it's going in between those 3 zones. So that's what I think this piano library shines as far as really being able to come up with some really cool, not only just pure sounds of the piano, but these really cool things, these sound design things. Okay, so you've got the basic soft, you've got it compressed, and you can see here with the effects, you've got these nice effects racks and things. Yeah, you can crossfade three of those zones, and which is really cool. It gives you a lot of flexibility. We're going to learn more about those when we get into some more of those ascended. Yeah, no phase issues with that. Okay, so this is the compressed piano, and you can hear it just getting really squished. I just like hearing that. Yeah, just really squished, nice, compressed. Okay, I'm going to close that little zone editor there. So hard rock, let's just check that out. So the EQ, so we've got some EQ here. Yes, and then you've got these controls. When you click on one of the main effects buttons, then you have the controls there. So it's got it kind of boosted there. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Let me see something here too. I'm thinking I might be. Yeah, it's just cooking. It's cooking. Okay, let's do some more. Let's just find, you know, and I think what's going to happen is we're going to come across some things that we're going to really land on. So you've got the settings, you've got controls over the velocity curve, and the tone setting. Yeah. And this is the dark. And already I can hear the character is just different. You know, it's been a while since I've actually pulled this up to play, so it's just kind of interesting getting reacquainted with it. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you, Cedric. Cedric. Thank you. Yeah, it's coming. It's going to be here before we know it, and I appreciate those wishes. Okay, let's see. You know, I think this would definitely complement noir if you have that, because it gives you the balance. It gives you the balance of colors, and it just gives you the balance of colors. Now this is under the piano, so they've put the mics under the piano to give it a different tone. just a little subdued. One thing that I would really suggest that you guys do is that Heavyocity has come out with a series called The Brief. And The Brief actually features Ascend on this, because they give two composers. This week it's Dave Fraser, and who is the co-founder of Heavyocity, and he uses Ascend in this episode of The Brief. And it's really interesting how he uses this, because it's the colors. It's just the colors and the possibilities that you can do. Yeah, it's all about colors. And, and the thing is, you have, I've got all of these different piano libraries, and each one, it's a different piano, different hall, different recording techniques, different person playing the piano. So every one of them is going to have something a little different. It's going to bring something different to the table. And I just like the way this interface is kind of laid out. It just kind of puts everything just kind of like on one screen, and you can just navigate through the different sections under here. You've got, and it's got something like, it uses this engine. When Contact 6 came out, it really added a bunch of really cool possibilities for these sound design possibilities. So let's just go ahead and go, let's just go to some of the Ascended. The other thing that they did, let's just kind of take a look at that if we can, just see something about what they've done with this. So yeah, the summer sale is on right now, and there's, it just tells you something about the brief. This is the Heavyocity website here. Let's just go to keys and just take a look. They've really done something really cool as far as they've actually done a lot of preparations. They've done some articulations with twine and ebows and brushes, and really soft performances, and of course this engine that was introduced in Contact 6. And so I, again, go to the Heavyocity website. There is just a ton of really cool extra features there, and also check out some of the other videos that I've done as well. So it's really cool. So let's go back and play some of these Ascended patches here. So this is Ascended Wings, and you're going to see a lot of stuff happening. So we've got the PP mix, the ebo, and under the piano. So let's just go. Let's get Ascended. Already, it starts taking you away. So you've got this ebo, and then under, and that's what's really cool. You can just blend these, because those other sound sources, they just give little extra character to them. And let's just play with some of this. and then we can actually. Man. Yeah, it's really cool. Really cool. So you see I've got this scatter. So it's like it scatters out the mix of how far these effects. You can see those little tiny little particles going out there. And it's kind of started to rain a little bit out here. It's raining out here. And see, just the first patch like this, that's what I love. That's what I love about these amazing pianos. Yeah, the cool thing is you can blend and fade and actually automate that, record that automation in your DAW. And I'm going to show you something really cool. So Brat, good to see you. Welcome to the channel. You know, I love this SL88. I'm actually coming up on my first year anniversary with it, and I really love playing it. Now, this SL880 behind me, it's going on over 15 years old, and it has been a workhorse. It has been a fabulous piano, and then you put your hands on the SL88, and it takes you to another level. The thing I like about it is, and let's just pull up Ocean's brushed Ocean's pad. The thing I like about it is the dynamic range. I notice when I go to the SL880, it starts a little bit harder, but I come over to the SL88 and I can get very soft. Like, watch this. I mean, okay, let's just get back to the piano. Yeah, this is cool. Let's just go back to the core. But see, I can just play very softly. And then I can build that up. And then I can go right back down. It's just that dynamic range. I can play it real soft. And you've got to have that velocity range to get the best out of any library. Yeah. And here we are back at the Core 88, the Core Concert D, and here we go again. Man. But see, it's in that dynamic range. It's just in that dynamic range. There you go. There you go. And you know, if you were here on the Thursday's live stream, I showed a video of us actually walking through the zoo and going through a huge Chinese lantern T-Rex. We just walked right through it. So so there you go, Roran. Just so cool. Okay, man, thank you guys for joining me today. It's just such fun. And again, it's just like one of those things where I just said, well, let's play Ascend. Let's just play Ascend this afternoon and spend some time just taking a look at this. Because like I said, it's been a while since I've actually been looking at this. It's so good to see you, Michael. And one thing is, you know, super chats are available while we're live, and there's other ways you can support the channel in the links below. It just helps me to be able to keep doing what I'm doing and to it's just wonderful. I appreciate all the great support. And let me make sure, yeah. One of the things, like you're talking about keyboards, I fell in love with this action. You know, I've just used it, you know, for, like I said, almost a year, and it just feels good. When I first started playing it, it was a little bit heavier than the SL880, but it was something I was able to get used to. Let's go back to the Ascended patches, and we were at the Brushed Ocean. Yeah, so you can see this is already kind of animating, like having a preset here. We've got the scatter and drift going on, and here we go. So you got the brush, the twine, and the ebow. Yeah, now let's listen to that. So when is a piano not a piano? It's when it's an ascended piano. Well, you know, there are so many piano libraries out there. I would be afraid to even count. But I think Piano World might actually have an ongoing list of piano libraries. Yeah, that's what I'm. It's just incredible. I mean, just that's massive, because you've got the brush and the ebow and the twine, where they're actually putting a piece of twine and bowing it like a violin string and creating these incredible massive effects. And then again, it's Heavyocity, so you know, what do you expect? You know, we expect nothing less from Heavyocity. Okay, so man, delayed strums. Okay, so they're brushing, and we got the metal. Yeah, so let's check a look. Let's check it out. Okay. So this is using some crazy effects. That almost sounds like that Rosanna. Yeah, like, let's see. Yeah, just like those cascading delays. That's really fun. That's really fun. And then those rhythms just kind of. Yeah, it's just a lot of fun. Yeah, so they're using the echo engine. They're using this echo engine, and it's replicating what the notes that are going in. And it's taking it up the octaves. So let's see. So we can do it a fifth. Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, and so you can do an octave higher. You can do an octave higher, a fifth an octave higher. So they give you so many things here. Yeah, it is cool. And like I said again, this is the perfect complement to any other library that you have, and especially if you already have Noir. And the cool thing is that this is NKS compatible. It plays in the free Kontakt player as well as the full version of Kontakt. So that is great. Delicate soft sustains. And we're still like in the ascended category. And again, thanks everybody for joining me today. It's just it's great to have you here. Now listen to that. You just hear all those interesting things going on. And having that extra soft mix. Just richness. That's the thing. Richness. Oh yes, yes. I have Mosaic Plucks. Actually did a live stream on that just a couple of days after it was released, and fantastic library. Yeah. So yeah, Meat Puppet. Yeah, I'm all on Heavyocity. I love it. It's just. They're absolutely so gracious. They've been so gracious to support the channel, providing libraries for me to review, and that's just such a blessing. I couldn't do what I'm doing without the support of companies like Heavyocity. So generous, just so generous. So, Ethereal mutes. And let's see what happens. And you can see what this scattered, this random and drift does. You play a note, and it is sending those little dots. You see those little dots going. So it's sending out those notes into those other zones, the brush and the ebow. That's what, and velocity kind of helps do that a little bit. You see that? When I hit it hard, it threw out that. Oh, listen, everything is being improvised. The sound, it's just like okay, so it's just like I'm sitting here and I'm like an antenna. It's almost just like an antenna. And and when we go through sounds like this, it is just like turning the knob on a dial of a radio or a shortwave radio, and you've got all of these things. You've got to realize that when you're just walking through your day-to-day life, so much is going on around you that you're really not even aware of. And all it takes is a sound. All it takes is a smell or seeing something that touches you, but it'll just fire off something tremendous inside. And so that's like when I just play something like that, it conveys something in it. There is something in it, and it speaks to something in me that just takes you somewhere. I just see something like, just real mysterious and running, somebody running like, they're trying to escape, or they've got a secret somewhere. They're just trying to get out of there. and you hold on to that, and it's just like, there it is. Yeah. Yeah. So improvisation is just basically just tuning into those frequencies and those moods and the emotions that are triggered, that the sounds trigger. And that's, really that's how I roll. That's how I roll around here. And it's just so much fun. Okay. Wow. So cool. Yeah, never a disappointment. I'm just like, even with like a lot of their Mosaic series, you think, oh well, here's another Mosaic series, but each release, I think they go to a really good, they really go to the extreme of really making sure each release just has its own character and its own signature, its own imprint. So this is fifths fading, so it's in C minor. So let's just go for a C minor, and it's using that echo engine again. Like you can just see those little. And you see you see all those little particles just coming out from that main central control. And you just hold on to that. And it's just randomizing and doing its thing. It's great. When they put their touch on something, it just becomes something totally different. Something else. It becomes something else. The Heavyocity touches a piano, it becomes something else. And that's what we're experiencing today. Okay, man. And I should never tell my wife that it's going to be a short stream, because I know that when I say those words, that the very opposite is going to happen. But it's just it's great. Everything is improv, believe me. Yeah. Just listen to that. And with things like this, with libraries like this, there's so much going on that you don't really have to play so much. It's just the minimalistic things. Because so much is happening under the hood. Yeah, and you hear it just shuts off. Wow. Okay, man. So we're just still in the ascended category, and I just appreciate them giving us all of this wonderful, these many places to start. So this is a subdued ostinato. And it's so funny to watch the little graphic and the little dots that are just kind of just jumping around, and they represent jumping into those other zones. So this is an arpeggiator. So we've got the echoes, but we've got this arpeggiator going too. Yeah. So it's just to create these really bizarre ostinato type of things. Okay, let's just do one more ascended. Okay, Starlight Echoes. That sounds nice. And a lot of times I'll see a title and it'll kind of put an image in my mind. So Starlight Echoes. Well, you got Starlight. Let's see. Oh, I hear some reverses. See, this is the thing. You can just, like you said, hey, Steve, good to see you. Yeah, Steve, I agree. So you can just create these beds and just play melodies on top of them. It's kind of like granular, a little bit. All you gotta do is play. And it just kind of comes to life. Now let me see what they've got going on here. Yeah, so they've got the convolution. No, they don't even have it activated, but they've got a lot of stuff going on. The echoes thing is just really taking it, and their modulations. Yeah, listen to that. It's like this echo engine is really doing a lot of cool things to make that go. Yeah, you've got pre-delay in the rate and the decay. Yeah, so that's kind of like this extra goodies, these extra things they've packed into Contact 6 when they released it, that allows all of this stuff. It makes all of this stuff possible. Okay, we got to do one more ascended. Well, let's see. Starlight Echoes, Syncopated Strikes. Now the Convolution engine is involved here. Okay, so you see, listen to that. There we go, just taking you right down that rabbit hole again. But you get that. Once you start playing things like this, there's nothing you can do but just follow it. Just a simple 2-chord progression, you know. lot of fun. I'm glad I did this today. I'm glad I did this today. And if you're just joining me, this is Simeon Ambergy, and we are on another journey. Libraries are destinations, and man, we're going places today. I didn't know what to expect from today, you know. But all it takes, you just start playing. You know, Meat Puppet. Yes, this. You know, I'm just trying to find ways to just kind of help, and you know, so MIDIculous is a learning tool that I'm using, and I'm capturing the MIDI, and it's allowing me to display the chords and the on-screen keyboard as well. So you can kind of learn. Wow. Yeah, can you imagine? Can you imagine? Hey, Merrick, it's good to see you. And Jose, it's good to see you always. And Will, man, it's like Casablanca, round up the usual suspects. And it is so great. I love seeing you guys when I'm on stream, and always enjoy everything. Yeah, you know, yeah, it's just got all of that. It's got all of that, JR. It's got all of that and more. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Thank you guys, man. Thank you so much. Oh man, yeah. I just get carried away. It's just such an experience because here we go. I get inside of the sounds. The sounds just kind of draw me in, and they like I said. I mean, I probably repeat myself 1,000 times, but it's true each time. It's just like I get pulled in, and the sounds are like portals. They are just like they just transport you. They take you out of the studio. They take you inside of the sound, and it's just incredible. Yeah. And Caitlin, good to see you. Thanks for joining. Welcome everybody. And if it's your first time here, I don't know if anyone's watching, if it's your first time, but man, please subscribe and hit that like button. That really helps to get me support. And when I say us, you know, I say us as collectively. My wife and Chewy here. You know, Chewy appreciates all the support. Hey, William, it's just great. So good to see everybody. It's just like a big family, and I really enjoy it. I did a balloon release earlier today, and just still trying to stretch the celebration out. Every day is a celebration. We appreciate all of the gifts and that we've been so blessed to receive. I just feel so grateful to be able to be here and share. Okay. So let's see something here. Let's go into the well, Roran. I'm so glad that you found this, and you know, I love it. I want to be able to express just my love for these instruments, and then I want to be able to show what you can do with them. It's great. Hey, Marius, it's good to see you. Welcome. I know it's kind of you know, it seems like that I always that 4 o'clock time here in the U.S. that Eastern time, that's good for me because I can kind of just relax. But I know it's kind of late for some of you guys in Europe that are ahead of us. But I think it's kind of fun that we can just have kind of a nice relaxing time together. Oh yeah, the vertical mouse. Now let me just tell you something. The vertical mouse saved my playing. You know, the track pads. I was using a touchpad for the longest time, and I'm telling you, like the ligament when you're using your finger, your single finger to touch, a lot of times you've got this ligament that runs right up here, and it's the same, and it's kind of shared. And man, I was getting a lot of carpal tunnel and a lot of crazy stuff going on, and it was really kind of scary. And I also had some cubital tunnel where the arm was kind of twisted, and so that cubital nerve was getting pinched. But this is actually absolutely, you know, I've got one back here too, in case I need it. But yeah, once you know, this is the Logitech MX Vertical, and it's just really been a great thing. And this, along with the potato, I've got the mouse potato there, so it really works. Well, man, it's great. That is great. Yeah. So so the time is great for, yeah, Netherlands. Man, I love it. I love it. I've been so blessed to be able to have seen a lot of the world, and it's such a great, our world is such a beautiful place. And I wish more people could really discover how beautiful our world is and the people that are in it. It's just great. Yeah, late night vibes, that's right. So let's get back, let's go to the extended. I think this is the art installation. This is the art installation pad. Okay, so my problem is sometimes I hit it with all 10 fingers, but let's just try it one at a time. I mean, just listen to that, just one thing going on here. Okay, so you've got the convolution thing going on. And it's just, it's crazy. Oh yeah. Now I could do that. Okay. Now Smiling Crow. Let me just you've done pushed the button here. Okay. Now I'm gonna see. Man. So this has been kind of going over inside of me today. What wondrous love is this, oh my soul, oh my soul. What wondrous love is this, oh my soul. What wondrous love is this that caused the Lord of bliss to bear the dreadful curse for my soul, for my soul. To bear the dreadful curse for my soul. What wondrous love is this, oh my soul, oh my soul. What wondrous love is this, oh my soul. What wondrous love is this that caused the Lord of bliss to bear the dreadful curse for my soul, to bear the dreadful curse for my soul. My goodness. And when from death I'm free, I'll sing on, I'll sing on. And when from death I'm free, I'll sing on. And when from death I'm free, I'll sing and joyful be. And through eternity, I'll sing on, I'll sing on. And through eternity, I'll sing on. I'll sing on. I'll sing on and on and on. Yeah. Wow. I've got these lyrics right in front of me, and they're just so powerful. When I was sinking down, sinking down, sinking down. When I was sinking down, sinking down. When I was sinking down beneath law's righteous frown, Christ laid aside his crown for my soul. Christ laid aside his crown for my soul. Man. You know, there's another song. You know, the thing is, yeah, this is Sunday and this is praise track, so it all works together. This works together. Okay. So I've been around. I've celebrated 56 years of trips around the sun, and in those years, I've seen so much. I've seen so much. I've seen so much good. I've seen grief. I've seen a lot of laughter. I've had a lot of love. Imagine growing up with 3 older sisters, and all of a sudden your mother has this little boy and brings it into the house. So I got covered and smothered with a lot of love. So grateful for that love. And then the longer you live, the more that life just tries to come at you and just take you out. Literally, take you out any way it can, to discourage you, to knock you, and to say you're nothing, to say, it's no use. You know, when I was even in the 1st grade, they told my mother, they said, look, he can't even hold a pencil right because his fingers are too short. My fingers are too short. Now take that. Take that. Yeah, take that. So if they say that you can't, God will make a way, if it's in his plan for your life, to just like say, take that. So, yeah. That's why it's just like, I sing because I'm happy. And I sing because I'm free. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. I'm on here and I laugh and I have fun, but it comes from a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that God has brought me through. His grace has brought me through. So thank you so much, man. Praise the Lord. We just give him all the glory. Yeah. Give him all the glory. Because without him, I could do absolutely nothing without his grace. So the grace he's given me, man, you just got to give it to others. The grace that has been given you, give it to others. Give it away. Grace is not something that you keep. It's something that you give away. So, wow. Absolutely blessed. blessed. And my wife says, honey, we need a praise break. So when things are getting a little rough around the house or we're going through something, we just stop and give a praise break. It's like air freshener. It just clears the air, and it just really breaks things. So, all right, thank you guys. Yeah, what wondrous love is this? Okay, broken ambient keys. So this extended thing is where they do a lot of preparations and stuff. Man, thank you for subscribing. Man, thank you. I appreciate that. It helps, man. We're getting there. We're getting there. Thank you so much. So they've done a lot of preparations, drop and change, twines, all kinds of cool things. And this is broken ambient keys. Okay, so that when you play that A flat, that you've just got to play that. And one of the reasons why I like to improvise is that it sort of avoids those copyright claims and things. But you would be surprised. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Well, you know what? If she would let me, well, I would love to do that. Yeah, because there is so much. There's so much that we've been through together. 35 years, coming up on 35 years. Yeah, she is fantastic. She is. I love to say. I love to say that I'm the kite and she's the string, because I'm out there. I'm just like, whoa, let's go. And she says, well, come on. And so she's my anchor. She's the gift. I mean, I met her on a Sunday and asked her to marry me the very next Monday, 8 days. So, and it was just like, I just knew, and she knew because she said yes, which is great. Muted thoughts, and here we go. We got convolution here, and we've got echoes going on. And you hear those reverses and all that crazy stuff. Those weird reverses are really cool. Yeah, they just kind of answer. Those reverses kind of answer. Yeah. Wow. Okay, so Jose, Q&A, you want to do a little Q&A, and I'm good for that. And I just remind you, we got some super chats. I take requests if I could do it. So, okay, now, oh my goodness. Well, Steve, in Unify, it's anything's possible with that. I mean, you can just layer that with other string libraries and anything else, like with the beats. But what I'm getting is that convolution thing, yeah. And you can just kind of see how that, yeah. Okay, if you can see that, you can see how that convolution is being swept over, and it's like a 4-beat length, and that's what's giving those really crazy reversed sounds. Oh yeah. One day, yeah, I gotcha. So one day we're going to do like an Ask Me Anything type of thing. I think I really want to maybe try to do that around the anniversary of this SL88, so I can answer some questions here. Yeah, it's kind of like a call and response. That is pretty cool. Yeah, that is cool. Okay, Muted Thoughts, and that's in the extended Stringy Pad. Stringy Pad. And again, man, you gotta check out Heavyocity's The Brief. Those episodes, the first and second episodes are great because it kind of takes you into the process of scoring to a clip and what 2 different composers they use. Okay, let's kind of reshuffle the deck. Let's see. And that twine is like a bowed string and the E-bow. So you've got 2 pretty much similar techniques. The E-bow using that electromagnet to excite the string, and the twine exciting the string as well. And you can go in here. You've got attack, release, tone controls, and you've got routings, how much to send to the convolution engine. So you've got this attack. That's what's causing that nice attack there. Yeah, a piano that can be a pad, piano that can be pretty much anything that you need it to be, with that classic Steinway warmth. That's what makes this different. It's the Steinway signature warmth here. Vintage Sizzle. Yeah, let's just check it out. That's kind of cool. So the EQ, yeah, we've got a little bump on the high end and in the mids. Cool. Yeah, and see, it's just sitting there. And I take a look at my voice count every once in a while. And it gets, it's like 57 now, but some of these, it goes into the hundreds. Listen to that. I'm just holding that G, and it's just going and swirling, and the echoes. Let's just see what we've got going on. Yes, the plate, reverb, and the EQ. It's times like this where you could really just stick with one instrument and go through. There's so many things that you can do. It's just one. This is one library, and just so much. Oh well. So, Will, you bring up a really interesting point. So Will asked about CPU usage. And all of these particle engines and things that Contact 6 introduced, it does sometimes, just take a draw more on the CPU than just a normal, because of all the processing, all the convolution effects, and all of that stuff going on. I've been really blessed right now so it seems things seem to be pretty stable. Like right now, just idling. The Contact CPU meter is like looking at like 7-8%. But let's see what we can. Let's just see what we can do with like one of these rhythmic, like bass runner. This is bass runner from the Rhythmic. So I just hit one. I hit this first note, and the CPU goes up to 13%. It's kind of going between 10 and 13. So. Yeah, so things like this can get into that. So my CPU, I built this. My latest computer. I think at the end of 2019. I did. It was around the end of 2019, and it's an i9. It's an i9 9900K. It's an i9 9900K with 64 gigs of RAM, and I've got. In the NVMe slots, I've got 2 terabyte Samsung NVMe drives, and as soon as you put the drives in, they get filled up. They just get filled up, and so it's really good. But you know what? I was using an i5 before, and it really served me well for a long time. And then when I started wanting to do more live streaming and then getting into some bigger libraries, then you've got to beef up that horsepower. So that just makes a lot of difference. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's just crazy. It's crazy. And so there's a lot of cool things going on. And then I even found, like even with this big processor, you can still push it if it's not optimized. If the libraries aren't optimized or the player's not optimized, it makes a difference. And then I've got like a 1060, an NVIDIA 1060, GTX 1060 graphics card that helps a lot. So let's just go some more rhythmic things. We'll just do a couple more things. An ICY TAPS. Yeah, and then I've got this at 120 beats per minute, and all of these things will sync to your tempo. Yeah, that's cool. ICY TAPS and slow pulsar. Let's check that out. Same patch. But you see how that SL88, I can play it very softly. Oh, yeah. And so you can control those. Yeah, you can control those pedal noises. Sometimes they can get really loud. Okay, so modulate. Okay, so now this is what I'm going to show you real quick using this this patch here. So right here, we've got 18, CC18. Okay, hold on a second. Let's see. CC18. Okay. Doesn't want to cooperate. So I'm going to do CC18. Let's just run this down because that is the, oh, come on. It doesn't want to, here we go. CC18 and CC19. Okay, so CC18 and CC19 are the XY controls. This is how my XY controls are assigned, 18 and 19. Okay, so this might not be, okay, 18 and 19. Okay, oh, maybe it's 17 or 18. I don't know. No, okay. But, and it might not have all of these going. Okay, that's 18. And this is 19. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now I can use the joystick on the SL88 to kind of modulate these zones. So you can blend them using this, using your controller. That's what I kind of like about having that joystick on the SL88, especially with these multi-zoned libraries. So you can just go and just control that in real time and automate that in your DAW too. It just kind of works really cool. Okay, all right. Let's just check out the Rhythmic Melodic. And this is the Ascension Dancer. You can look and see the arpeggiator. The echoes are going, and we got all the things going with this now. We got full mix, EBO, and muted. Yeah, one note, I've got 140 voices and 20, 25, 26% CPU coming around every once in a while. So let's just see, one note, it's like, and then unfortunately, you know, every patch you've got to reassign that controller, or I can go into the SL88 editor and change it there, but that's pretty cool. Okay, Rhythmic Melodic. Music for airplanes, let's check that out. And you can just hold it and it does its thing. And all of these types of performance things, I just look at them as not replacements for composition, but starting points for composition. That's kind of weird. So it's just generating these random things. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, so it's got a delay and a rate. That's kind of cool. That's called soft improviser. Up and down. Yeah, so you're holding the chord and it's arpeggiating. Yeah, see, you've got this arpeggiator going. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so you know what? We're going back to Ascended Wings, and again, this is Simeon Amberger with PraiseTracks.com. And I want to thank everybody for joining me today. Again, you know, if it's your first time, like and subscribe and click those notifications because you never know when I'm going to be on again. Okay. Okay, there we go. And I just want to leave you with the thought. It's just another one of those thoughts. And thanks again. Until next time, I look forward to seeing you guys again. In these days of confused situations, in these nights of a restless remorse, when the heart and soul of a nation lay wounded and cold as a corpse, from the grave of the innocent Adam comes a song bringing joy to the sad. Oh, your cry has been heard and the ransom has been paid up in full. Be ye glad. Be ye glad, oh, be ye glad. Every debt that you ever had has been paid up in full by the grace of the Lord. Be ye glad, be ye glad. Be ye glad, be ye glad, oh, be ye glad. Every debt that you ever had has been paid up in full by the grace of the Lord. Be ye glad, be ye glad. Be glad. Be ye glad, be ye glad, be ye glad. See you next time. Thanks for watching.